Hello. I forgot I need Skullgirl sound. Let me up that a little bit. I think this is better. Yeah. Okay. Hello and welcome to the stream. We're doing it again. Yesterday was a lot of fun. I'm back on it. All right. This is the grind set that you want for the stream, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Who do we have for tonight? I'm seeing 9 players. Okay. Yeah, don't mind me while I clean this up. Wrangler is not playing. They're not signed up either. Good to know. Anti-Pixel gets up there. Yeah, Bick. Yep. Am I actually live? I should be live, right? Let me check. Yep. I am live. Welcome to my one other viewer that isn't me. Hope you're having a good time. These are strange times for, well, for me and for a lot of other people, I imagine. Yeah, it all feels a little off. You ever wake up and you're just like, damn, things are a little off today. Yo, what's up, Tofa? How you doing? I bet Tofa's having a great day. I bet Tofa's having such a good day. He's like that one guy in the Cola commercial. It's just like, he's just walking through the streets and everyone's problems are just like fixing themselves because Tofa's there. That's how I envision it. It's just like solving problems in flyby, you know. Let's see. We got we got like 40 seconds before the grace line for signing up for Skullbat ends. So, and I'm gonna be real mean and actually start the tournament, so no one else can sign up. We've got 9 players, which means we'll get a bye for some people every round. But since we have 9 players, it'll just be 1 bye for any given player during the whole tournament. Yo, what's up, Catfish Blues? How you doing? Look, I got my scene transitions. I can transition now. I've learned. I don't know why I wanted to show that off. I'm timid when it comes to Catfish. I just want to impress Catfish. That was the... Had the sound muted, damn. Hello, Tofa. How you doing? I said some weird stuff. I've got like 5 pounds of Chinese food takeout. You know... That sounds like a pretty good time. I still can't remember. At Revo, they ordered... Oh, look, Rangelo's in here. They signed up after all? Question mark? Put him here. My addiction is too strong. I have to play. Alright, well, buckle up, because we're going to start right away. Bracket will be started. My story, though. At Revo, we ordered, like, Chinese, right? All the commentators got around in a big huddle... And it was very not homoerotic. Everyone just ate food and chilled out. But I got a bit late to the party because I was playing SG with people, right? And so when I got there wasn't really that much left, right? Let's see, everyone for first round. Let's go with Hillick and Rainer for first round. let's do that. Anyway, so I got a little late to the party when it came to the Chinese takeout. So there was a lot of vegetables. There was not a lot of roasted duck left. And the little that was left, it was like everyone was like, yeah, you could take it, right? So I was chilling. I was talking to Alex. And then... Oh, hello, Sinclair.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, my mic was broken and it actually like started like screaming at me, so it was really scary. I'm sorry if you heard that.
I didn't hear a thing.
So, you were talking about getting Chinese food at Riva?
Yes. The story finishes like this. I was chilling, I was gonna eat roast duck, and then this random dude comes up, takes the entire roast duck, and just leaves.
What?
That's the story. He just takes it in his hand. There's like pictures of this. The photographer walking around the Revo venue actually took like a bunch of pictures of him because he stole all of the roast duck. He was just eating it from his hand.
I would have never allowed this to happen.
Yeah, it's I kind of a beta moment for me, you know, like
emasculated.
Yeah, I got kind of like cucked out of the roast duck right there.
Actually emasculated moment.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I have to join the lobby to watch. I'll join.
Yeah, the first game started, so you'll miss the very first match, but...
Fuck, okay, well... I'll just let you commentate and whatever.
It's fine. It's Skullbats. It's not like huge pressure to say what's going on.
So, since there's not huge pressure, can you tell me the incident with the KFC at Revo?
It really wasn't an incident. I just ate a lot of KFC. I don't know what Alex has told you.
He told me you went like ham on the bucket. You just didn't stop eating.
Everyone wanted the spicy wings, right? But they like laid a bucket in the wrong position, so no one like it went undetected. But I detected it.
How does someone do that?
It was like I got a whole like spicy bucket for myself, basically, right? And I just devoured it.
No way.
It was pretty good. I didn't devour the whole thing, but you know, I went pretty. I ate all. I was hungry.
Actual skinwalker behavior.
I just, yeah, I don't know. Alex was like amazed that I was eating so much.
Yeah, he was.
But yeah, it wasn't that much. He's probably exaggerating.
I don't know, man. I don't know who to trust.
You can trust me. I would never say different.
No. What?
I've never lied about KFC before.
I don't know that. Like, you're talking to me like I know you. What the hell?
It was you I had the McDonald's dream conversation with, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because that was a whole thing I remember.
Yeah, and then so basically, I do believe that they like send out commercials to your brain, so the next day you start craving McDonald's. That's I literally believe that. Not even joking.
They like send the brain waves?
Yeah, they send like energy while you're asleep.
I see. Yeah. It could be true, you know, like hypno commercial.
Well, it makes sense because maybe they, you know, before you go to sleep and you like watch some some commercials, they just send more commercials at night. So you like the next day you wake up thinking about it or something.
Ah, yeah. It's like directly to your brain commercials.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the wavelength is matched up with your neuron activity.
Yeah.
When you fall asleep to ASMR McDonald's mukbang, I've never seen a mukbang in my life.
Oh my god, I watched a mukbang because some days ago because I got surgery and my jaw was literally like locked, so I couldn't like eat anything. And I watched Nico Kato Avocado KFC mukbang, and I almost cried watching it because I just couldn't believe someone lives like that.
Yeah, that is. I've seen like the Mikado Avocado drama or whatever. It's very strange to me.
It's really fucked. It's so it's. I feel like it's a symptom of consumerism or just capitalism as a whole, where we watch people eat themselves to death, kind of.
It's funny too because there's a lot of stuff that's bad for you but aesthetically cool, right? Like smoking is smoking can be cool. It can look cool, right? Even like drugs can look cool, like if you do it right, I guess. But like eating like gluttony like that, it doesn't look cool under any circumstances, I feel, right? Like who watches this? Like it's disgusting, right? Like
I mean, if you want me to be honest, it literally just exists because it's a fetish, and then people just started watching it.
Is it really sexual?
Yeah.
That is wild to me. I thought it was like a thing, right? Because food is a big interest. I get that, right? So I thought it was more like food enjoyers enjoying food, you know? Like it's a community thing because they all like food. But
yeah.
I don't know if it's sexual. That feels weird to me.
No, it is. It started out as a Korean thing because people in Korea get lonely and they want to have like a buddy to eat with, and I do that sometimes. I watch this very specific Japanese guy eat sushi sometimes, but he cooks and stuff, and I just watch him when I'm eating because it just feels like someone is with me. But for some reason, and I swear to God, this always happens, Americans pick up a thing and they just like fuck it up and make it like mentally ill. And that's what they did with mukbang.
Because that makes sense, what you described. Having a eating companion, sort of, and you're like both eating food together, and it's like casual. And then I guess it turned into like the spectacle, like, oh, I'm gonna eat like 5 million milkshakes, right? Like,
it's fucked up if you think about it, because back in the day, you know, we'd go to an arena and we'd watch a guy get mauled by a lion, and that's like gory and awful. But now we watch like this really slow train wreck of an obese man crying at the camera and eating fried chicken to death. And I feel like that is worse than like going to an arena.
Well, I agree it's worse. I just want to say, I think we also, in the Colosseum or whatever, you also had some humans that fucked up other humans, right? And it's a celebration of that, you know? Like, being a strong warrior, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of... I think it's more analogous to sports, right? Because people like sports because people are, like strong and competent and they could do a task well, you know? Like, it's admirable.
The task is eating.
Who's eating?
The task is eating.
Oh, yeah, I don't... Yes, putting in a Herculean effort to consume 15 million lobsters.
Yeah. You know what I think about sometimes is like, in the very far future, let's say like 1,000 years later, the people we know about now will become like myths and legends in 1,000 years. So, Nico Kato Avocado is gonna become the new Terrare.
That's kind of funny, because he is like... It is a vulgar display of power over animals in a way, right?
Yeah.
Like you're showcasing your might over the animals, kind of, by eating the squids alive or whatever, right?
Very philosophical.
But like, if it's gonna turn into a legend, I feel like this would be his legacy, right? Like.
Yeah. It's fun to think about. Also, like, so this is something I thought about a lot. Say a war happens and it like decimates the entire Earth, and then we have to live in like ruins and all written history is gone, and we live like this for 500 years. But the thing is, like, let's say you get kids and you tell your kids about Dark Souls lore, but you can't explain to them what a game is. So you just tell them the lore so they can go to sleep. And then your kids will have kids and they'll tell it to them. And then at some point, people 500 years later will think that it was real and it's an actual myth or legend, or maybe turn into like a new Jesus or something. Because there's like no proof of like video games existing.
I maintain that, like, go back to any like ancient Greek epos or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's not like more well written than like Dark Souls or whatever. It really isn't. It just feels weird because like controversial, I know, but you know, like come on, like the Iliad or the Odyssey doesn't have any more deep themes than like like Mario, you know, like
Mario becomes a legend.
yeah, like on the face of it, like this story just on its own merits, there's no there's no difference. The difference is Dark Souls lore was made to sell a game, you know, like they're trying to make money off this shit. So it kind of feels weird to mythologize. I think that's what makes it funny, like the scenario that you pulled up, like. And that's what makes it more funny to think about with Mario, right? Because Mario is like mascoty and like even more commercialized, kind of.
Mario is the most well-known Italian man in the world.
Is he?
Yeah. Everyone knows Mario. What the fuck are you talking about?
What, Julius Caesar, maybe?
See, the fact that I didn't think of him says enough.
I don't know. Isn't there like a modern Italian guy, like, I don't know.
No.
There has to be.
Modern Italian guy.
Yeah. I'm struggling to think about it. Maybe you're right. It's either. Wait, Caesar is Roman. Ignis, what are you like a? Can you post the nerd emoji, Sinclair? Can you like? Can you manifest? Can you manifest the nerd emoji into chat?
Wait,
like,
my screen's upside down. Look.
Because it's no, but like Roman is like Italian, right? Like, come on, same thing. Like if you want to, if you accept Mario but you don't accept Caesar, then like. There we go. Okay, whatever. I'm done with this conversation. Point is, Dark Souls lore is cool, and if it was written like 3,000 years ago, it would be like a bastion of Western canon.
Yeah, it would. Oh my god, beat extend.
I actually study classics right now, right? Or I did last semester, and I've this is the conclusion I've come to. Right, it's really not that different.
I mean, if you want to have like the opinion of someone who likes writing, a lot of writing is actually based on how Greek stories were built up, because that's kind of all we know.
Yeah, no,
if that makes sense.
It is extremely foundational, right? The Romans idolized the Greeks, the Renaissance people idolized the Romans. It all just goes around. And then the Enlightenment people idolized the Renaissance people, who idolized the Romans, who idolized the Greeks. It all just like goes through.
Basically what that means is that our entire existence is based on memes, cultures, everything.
The DNA of the soul.
Memes.
Yeah, no, but it's true. What comes around goes around, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus, Heilig is destroying Reiner. I don't know how to feel about Bella, honestly. Can I vent about Bella? I'll vent. I feel like Bella... So I feel like in Skullgirls, this game has existed for so long, with the bullshit existing for so long, to the point where it has been so normalized, wherein people think that it doesn't need change anymore. And you mainly see it with Bella and Peacock. I just those are like two characters, in my honest opinion, that are just like
they're fucked
They
up.
feel like buggy. They feel broken, like buggy. Like they shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, Bella's hitboxes are actually like a travesty. I think they're really fun, and I would not change them. But yeah, they're objectively not well designed, I think.
Yeah, I think Robo is like a really well-designed zoner, but then you have Peacock, and it's like she can do like way too much. She has one of the best anti-airs in the game. Have you seen it? She like tips her fedora and you fucking die.
Here's the thing: people like to point out like specific tools that Peacock has, and they're like, "Wow, this is broken," right? Like she has this anti-air, or like, "Oh, she has M-bang. That was crazy, right?" It used to be even more crazy before the recent patches. And then you have, yeah, like all of these little moves, like the fucking banjo that you cancel into a George and you're like -2 or whatever. It's fucked up,
So
right?
dumb.
Fake
It's
teleport.
so dumb. I don't think that should be a thing, but like I said, it's existed for so long. It's like normal now.
Yeah.
If you let a bug exist for too long, it becomes a feature. And I think the best example of that is like Bethesda games, like Fallout and shit.
Yeah. But I will say, all of those moves that I just mentioned are distractions. Because the real thing that makes Peacock broken is the item drop. This thing is broken.
It's so fucked. Especially in the game. So, I play Eliza, right? And Horus should just either get hit by item drop or it should hit Peacock or whatever the fuck. You call Horus? Before Horus is even on the screen, he gets hit by item drop and you're minus, so you get punished for doing a good read.
Yep.
I just hate
like
this game.
so much of her like resets or like pressure or even zoning, right? It relies on the item drop. And it's fucked up. It's actually fucked up. I legit think I guess like I do think it's like fine as it is now, because like Brass exists and actually just deletes Peacock as a character if she doesn't have item drop. So
oh yeah.
I think it's like fine, but you know, at some point some people should have went like, okay, this move is too much, right?
It's too much. I think some things in this game is too much. I think like calling assist in this game is a bit too much. Honestly, I think there should be like an assist timeout when you hit them. That's like way longer.
Yeah, people have been suggesting this, yeah, and I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, or I play H-Beam myself, but I think H-Beam should like H-Beam assist should be nerfed a bit. Maybe like make Robo overheat or something like that, because calling H-Beam every second, there's just no neutral. It's unfun and feels very unrewarding to play against.
Thanks so much for the subscription, Ignis. Thanks for the dollarinos. Wait, this is... I could just report the scores, I forgot. Okay, here we go for round 2.
Rancid is used as an adjective to mean
Oh, I...
foods containing fat or oil, smelling or tasting unpleasant as a result of being old and stale. Do you want to hear a few synonyms for rancid?
I accidentally activated the Alexa.
What the fuck? I was so scared for you. It sounded like someone broke in. That was so scary.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna close the door so that doesn't happen again.
Close the door for Alexa, don't let her in.
Yes.
Have you seen the streams where a guy has like Alexa or Google or something, and the viewer like pays, they like tip, and then the thing like says something on the stream.
Oh, text to speech.
And yeah, the text to speech, and it says something like, Alexa, what is my address? And then the Alexa just says it. It's really, really fucking funny.
It's pretty. It's pretty hard to protect yourself against, I guess. Where's your roasted duck magic? What? I don't get this joke.
I didn't get it.
Wait. No, do you get it, Sinclair?
I'm not gonna explain it. No, never mind.
Wait, no.
Get
okay,
it.
I get it. I get it's a reference to the duck, but what is the joke? Oh, actually, we need a game. Let's see. Tofa Wolfios. Let's do it. Okay, never mind. They started playing. Let's Rainbow Magma. I'm gonna... Okay. Closing the door right now.
Quick.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. Hillick is still in the lobby. Maybe you should kick him.
I got it. Fast
Let's
check.
go.
That's me. Ooh. I've actually been I've been surviving off my cooked meal that I made like 3 days ago, and I've just been eating leftovers for like 3 days now.
What's the cooked meal?
It's like a huge stew with tomato and stuff in it, like a sauce.
A chili.
No chili, but something like that.
Oh, what? Okay.
I guess that's, yeah. I don't know, I just, yeah.
I'm so happy you cooked for yourself. So proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that what you wanted?
I didn't actually know what I wanted. Maybe I just wanted to share a fact. I don't know. It's rough out here. Thank you for understanding.
You're welcome. Oh, that's a cool Annie palette.
I feel like, yeah, I don't get the reference, but oh well.
I don't get it either, but yeah. Oh, we actually have an Annie player in EU.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that was just spectator. Well, we'll see. It's been a while since I've seen Captain Magimo played. I definitely think they've been playing Annie for a while. I do not remember, actually. Too many people these days.
Just do gun. Yeah. Just shoot.
Oh. There we go, yeah. Pull out the gun.
Did you know I dropped double for Fortune?
I've seen you talk about Fortune. I didn't know what.
It's insane. Did you Fortune can? I'm not sure if it's an actual punish, but I've like done jab against Beowulf doing H Earl against me, and he just punishes. I don't know if that's an actual punish, but it feels great. Feels so good and fast.
Oh yeah, after you block the H chair, you just mash the jab?
Yeah.
That is I believe that should be optimally a trade, because Fortune's jab is 5 frames, and Beowulf's crouching light punch is 6 frames. And he's +1, so actually it's like 0-0. So yeah, that's true. It is a good thing to mash jab there, actually. So.
It's so good, and doing that against like beat extent players. I don't know. I played Fending today, and just doing jab. It feels like playing Eliza. You have like no legs, but then you pick up Fortune, and you know what it's like to walk again.
I gotta say, I played Fortune for a little bit though, and I think she has so stuffy limbs. Oh, how did you drop that? Oh, that was dropped. Okay. I think like her limbs are so short. I can't hit people with this, right? That was my experience. I can move around like a god. My movement is like impeccable, right? I've grown wings. Like I can do whatever I want. But the little moves are so stuffy that I keep trying to get closer and I just run into moves. And I'm like, this isn't fair. I can't use my move from this distance.
Yeah, that's why I run Butchers and H-Beam with Fortune, and it just feels good.
Yeah, no. I definitely started to appreciate having Brass on board when I played Fortune like that.
Yeah. She does have very stubby moves, but I think it could have been worse. I think doubles like standing light punch or crouching light punch is like so stubby. Oh shit, that was a cool cross on there.
Ooh.
Oh, and that misses because fucking Feral Edge sucks.
Thanks for the follow, Murathan1214. Hello. How you doing? I do have to wonder though, when are you using the double jab or crouch light punch when you can just do the kick?
Yeah, just a little poke.
Okay, I get tactical switch to double. That's what we want. I am playing the mobile version of Skullbats. Hope you're enjoying that.
That's a good game. Whoa, that was a sick cross on there.
Yeah, how did he get that actually? It's really hard to get on double.
He's a god.
So is it he? I'm gonna
Punish? Oh, didn't punish.
I'm gonna...
So it's so important to know what you can punish or can't punish in this game, because this game loves to snowball. Whoa, okay.
Knowing what to punish is huge, yeah. It's like one missed push block and you're eating a 50-50, and so like that's how like this game is on defense, kind of, because everyone has some crazy moves. So like taking the opportunities you have to get out of the pressure and get the punishes, that's really important. Oh my god, how did you whiff Brass? It's such a huge move.
I feel like this matchup sucks for Band because Annie is like so fast, but he got it anyway. Does Band even have matchups that are in his favor?
In my opinion, yeah. I think Band has a good time against both Double and oh no, not Double. Against Cerebella and Beowulf.
Oh yeah.
Against Cerebella, he could just spam symbols. There's very little she can do. It's kind of difficult. Against Beowulf, it's like more like even, but still, Beowulf has so few options to deal with a jumping late kick. Like that move just tears through Beowulf. Philia? Pain Wheel? Ignis is
Who's doing that?
Ignis is capping in chat.
Ignis, shut up! You're wrong. I can't believe. Oh my god, no.
Oh, a little sussy on the connection right here, but we got it.
Drop that. Could have punished, I think?
I think this is a little laggy, so I think both players are just trying to survive. Oh, we got the double stabs? Almost, you know. I'm not capping. Philia Band is good for Band. I don't care. Curious.
Oh. I'm so tired of hearing the worst takes. Remember, there was a guy, I forgot who it was, but he kept saying that Fortune fucking sucks.
Based?
He would not shut up about it.
Enlightened man, just among us.
The Among Us man.
You know, people with the loudest opinions often have the opinions in most need of defending, to put it like that.
Yeah, because they're bad opinions.
Yeah,
I'll just say this now. If you have an opinion that a lot of people don't have, you should consider that it's like the wrong opinion. It's not a good opinion.
Good advice for anyone that isn't me. My opinions are actually correct, however.
Oh, the narcissism today.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe Rengelo might have just won. What is this? Kill them. Destroy. Thank you. What do you think? What do you think about the current balance, Sinclair?
I think it's fine. I think Eliza needs some quality stuff. I feel like I'm a bit scared that this game is going the direction of power creep. Because Umbrella is really, really strong. Annie is strong. Eliza is really strong right now. They reverted something. I'm not sure what it was, but
Robo-Fortune is also really strong.
yeah, everyone is really strong, and which is a good thing. But at the same time, this game does this thing where you have strong characters that are also like super bad, like glass cannons, and like I feel like Painwheel is being ignored. Valentine is way too strong, but Valentine players just don't say anything, so nothing gets done. They just shut up.
They know they're in a good position. Don't like don't play your hand when you're
Listen, we don't have this in EU, but Orange Vial is fucked up to play against, and nobody's doing it for some reason. But
Well-
I can guarantee you, if someone in this community in EU played Orange Vial really well, everyone would be like, "Oh, Valentine is way too strong, and we shouldn't buff her. She should get nerfed or something."
When you say Orange Vial, do you mean with Excalibella? Because I think you need a resource assist for the Orange Vial to be viable, right? Viable.
Yeah, it's kind of that. But there was like drama about it because anytime someone talked about it, a very specific player would tell them to shut up
Ooh.
because that's their team. I'm not gonna say names, but it's a lot of people that don't want to get their mains nerfed because they gaslight themselves to think that they need it.
I mean, Valentine players are, you know, they're yeah, it's yeah. People talk about like the Bayo bands being a cult, but I think the Valentines they're like a shadow organization, you know, the puppet masters.
Yeah, they are. Kind of. I think Bio. I don't know, man. I have my reservations about Bio Band. I just don't like Oki. I think it's really boring to play against. Having to like block before the setup even happens is like. Why would anyone want that?
Yeah, Bayo's pretty like. He's not the most interactive of characters to play against.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's not fun.
Yeah, no,
I think it's like I don't mind playing Band because Band has like really bad weaknesses that you can exploit. But with Beowulf, it feels like he kind of like sucks, but at the same time, he's like insane. He's like a nuke. You know?
Yeah, he is like a nuke, true. Yeah, no,
And
I
he got
totally
the-
get it.
Huh?
I get it, yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah. He got this buff. He got chair recall. And honestly, I think it's a good buff, but I also think Eliza needs something like that, like Throne, because her approach is really bad unless you have an assist. So chair recall lets Beowulf play more or less, depend less on his assist to get in. And I think Eliza also needs something like that, like the Throne just like makes someone like fall to her or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know how you would fix Throne, actually. Maybe just make it... you know, I'm not gonna start this, actually. Yeah, try to do
Okay.
balanced suggestions. Because it feels like it's super high risk, and then it's not really like a big reward from it, so...
No, you don't get any reward. Anyone who labs Throne and thinks you can get something out of it is like lying to themselves. It's good to get in, like doing boat and then Throne, and that's all it's good for. But you'd rather just use boat into Albus to break a zoning pattern. So Throne is kind of like useless.
Yeah, no, I get it. But like, at the same time, I think like, not every move in the game has to be useful, right? You can have some of those like...
People say that. They really believe that. It's like, it's a game. It's supposed to be interactive. Might as well just remove the entire move if you're not gonna...
Well, if it's not good, I don't know. As long as it's useful, kind of, sometimes. I don't know.
Well, yeah, Throne has its uses. Like, for example, if you're really close to Fortune and she does low to the ground air beam, H beam, you can just throw it because Albus won't reach her. But that's really the only thing I can think about right now.
Oh, then that's okay, I guess. I don't know. That's it's hard to predict how the meta is going to turn out, right? So I think it's kind of it's kind of okay that yeah, I really do think that, like, yeah, some moves are just shit, and that's just how it is. Like, I think if you look at other fighting games, characters will have like whole special moves that are just like, yeah, you don't use those, right?
Yeah,
At least at top competitive play. So I think it's kind of like a lot to ask to make every move like viable. And they made a lot of changes already to make like some moves more viable, right? They buffed like they buffed like RoboFortune's M danger because no one was using it. Now it staggers and it's like a big part of.
You can do like good damage out of it. Yeah, it's cool. Are we watching anyone else play, or are we waiting?
Yeah, we're waiting for the outcome of Hillik versus Pick, and then we are. We were doing round 3.
All right. Tofa said Eliza's approach is bad. Yes, her approach is bad because unless she has like H-beam or brass behind her, she has to throw out a bunch of hurt boxes before she can get in, and good players take advantage of that, which is kind of doo-doo poop.
My opinions of I think it's kind of interesting in terms of Skullgirls, right? Because I think there's a big divide between, and no one talks about this, but there's a big divide between the DLC characters and the vanilla characters. Do you feel this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because the DLC characters is when the armor starts going crazy. You got fucking Sekhmet and Big Band and Beowulf, right? They got armor on like a bunch, you know? And it starts becoming really polarized. You got like Squiggly with 5 million resources, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I feel like DLC, like I feel like vanilla characters play a bit more fair, and then the DLC characters come in, and they're like weapons. They're like nukes, but they have like these really bad weaknesses. For some reason, like Squiggly, Beowulf, Eliza, they can really pack a punch, but they really suck if they're not if they're completely on their own.
They feel like they're min-maxed in a way, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Really high highs and really low lows. It's very polarized in that area. It can go either way, right? And yeah, I think the same thing when I look at the vanilla cast. This is all archetypes. Right? You got the rushdown, you got the whatever Painwheel's doing, you got the grappler, you got like the zoner, like you got all the archetypes down, and it becomes kind of like a more fair game in a way. Like every character is rounded out in a way, so it becomes more of a battle between players and less of a like, okay, let me play the Eliza game real quick, or let me play the Beowulf game real quick. Yeah.
Because you said that really well. I do feel like this game is more based on player matchup than character matchup, which is like maybe a really cringe take to some people. I don't feel like I've ever struggled in a matchup unless it's like against Parasol, and that's literally just because she has like really long buttons. But anything else, like when I'm up against a player that has no fear, they just fuck me up. But when it's someone who's like who plays very reserved, it's like the easiest thing ever for me. And for some people, it's like the opposite.
Yeah, that's a difference in play styles, I think.
So messed up. Okay, we're gonna watch Bast play against Bic. Bast plays solo RoboFortune, and I played them today, and they have a pretty good well-rounded RoboFortune, so curious to see what's gonna happen.
Bast has been around for a while. They've joined a lot of tournaments. They join like 2 to 3 tournaments a week, so I've gotten to see the growth. Bast is kind of crazy. Sometimes they just pop off.
Yeah, like Max. I remember when Max just picked up this game, and then he got like so like insane at this game in under a year. So if you really want to, you can like grind out the game and be like sick.
I think it's yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I love doing these tournaments, because sometimes you do get players like that come up and like genuinely think it's fun to compete. That's kind of it's good to like it's good to be able to provide that, right?
Yeah.
Or the OGs of EU that still play. Not a lot of OGs that still play.
Me, Magic.
I was gonna say it's you, and then there's
Sanji.
true, yeah, Sanjay.
I haven't played Sanji in a while, but I think he's still good. Yeah, almost everyone, almost nobody stayed. Crazy. Tony. How could I
Tony
forget
still
Tony?
plays, yeah.
Tony is fucking crazy with Squiggly. And you're playing the mobile version of Skullgirls? Enjoy.
Have you played Skullgirls Mobile?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I don't know. It's because I've played this game. It's really pretty, but it's not my thing.
Oh, Becky didn't want to be in stream.
Oh, Big doesn't want to be on stream for some reason.
Oh god, this fucks up. Wait. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, Renglo waited. Let me see. Who's Renglo? Yeah, okay. That's nice of them. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, I got a bit stressed out there, but Renglo was a good attendee and helped me out.
Let's go. Alright. Almost the same team? Oh no. Both play double? Oh, both play Bella. What the hell is up with my vision today? So, Remlino didn't unlock this yet, but you can run under Parasol zoning, but you have to be in the dash stage, so not during your startup. So you have to time it really well.
You know how they say you know how they say seeing double?
Haha, you're so funny, Magic.
Yeah, I know, right? It just comes naturally. Sorry, what were you saying? I was just waiting for my turn to do the joke.
Breaking the ice.
I was not even. You know the fucking American Psycho gif where he's just like nodding.
Yeah.
this was just literally just me. I was just waiting to do my joke. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I was talking about how the Parasol matchup for Fortune is like kind of in her favor. You have safe jumps, but also you can run under her zoning and literally punish her.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah, she's in recovery like after it, and that's like something Renglino doesn't know.
That's an interesting trade.
Yeah. What the hell happened there? That was funny. Push block. Yeah. Nice.
Gets the scoop. It's like ice cream, you know? It's relevant to the stage?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Funny joke? Question mark?
God.
Okay, this is a kill. They don't drop the combo. Yeah, it's a kill. So the incoming mix is, yeah, you just do that. This makes me kind of miss playing double, but no, just gun. Just up back, jumping hard kick.
There it is.
I think to the stream. I think
that was almost like coaching. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They've got like a fucking radio just on the
they
side.
have like an earpiece in.
Yeah, they're just like tuning it like. I mean, honestly, when you got the life lead with double, might as well, right? Might as well run away with Avery and the gun. Just do it.
Yeah, Bella can't do anything about that. She has to like jump in.
I still remember like I don't know what it was, but you were like playing against like some pain wheel, and then at one point you just turned on the Avery fountain, and it was just I just remember I just laughed my ass off because it was like, yep.
That was against Plav.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was like screaming. He was like,
It's like
I put in music, like really awful, evil music.
yeah, probably because it's like so checkmate, you know. Like, sorry, I've solved this matchup. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and that's the only time I'll put double in my team is if my opponent picks Painwheel. I'm literally doing that. I don't give a shit because Painwheel cannot do shit against jumping hard kick.
Yup.
He can't. I did it against Rabble. Even he said like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. If it works,
But I
might as
think-
well spam it.
Yeah, but I myself think it's like such a design mistake to let that happen in your game.
Avery is one of those fucked up moves that I think went unchecked for too long as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm kind of okay with it on Peacock because she can't set up like disgusting resets with it, like double can.
Yeah.
But she kind of can. She can like, yeah, I don't know. She mostly uses it for pressure, right? But
For me,
doubles is
it takes the cake when you can just press the button and win. That takes the cake because Peacock she has to do like a reset and it's like disgustingly good, but you have to be good at the reset to do it. But as double, you just up back and call Avery jumping hard kick and that's it. That's literally it. And that's something I hate with every bone in my body.
It feels worse when it's just like solves neutral, you know, like yeah, it's because then
Yeah.
you've won the game. Oh,
I
are
feel
we-
the same way about H-beam assist. Oh shit.
Well, HP assist is one of those things where it's the best assist in the game, and if it wasn't the best assist in the game, some other assist would be, and we would be complaining about that. So,
I mean, H-beam is really its own thing.
yeah, I don't think
There
it's
is
like
nothing like H-beam. You can say that George is kind of like H-beam because it goes forward, but you can counter George. You can literally like shoot it or jump over it or whatever. H-beam spawns behind you, goes the entire stage, skips neutral and lets you approach, gives you mix-ups. It even gives double a reset that drains so much on Dizzy. I don't get why it exists.
I mean, yeah, it's the best assist, right? Because it does like everything. It's like it secures the neutral because it's huge and horizontal. It has multiple hits, so it works as like a lockdown, and it like goes behind you, so it's like kind of like even if you get hit on point, like beam will still come in and interrupt light. So it kind of has like a DP function in a way, right?
Yeah.
So it does everything. It's just the best assist. But I don't think it's uniquely like or distinctly broken. I think other assists do this too, right? Like Brass is crazy.
You have obviously never played against Skeletor.
I have. The beam assist is pretty annoying. I will admit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think like Brass or whatever is just the same but worse. I don't think like there's anything uniquely distinct.
No, I don't think Brass is, but that's because I play Eliza. So with Brass, you get like free jump-ins as Eliza. You just H-cat it,
Oh yeah,
or you do
yeah,
bumpers.
true.
But with H-beam, it keeps going. It just keeps going. While Brass is like one hit.
Yeah, no, I mean it's worse. Yeah, I think the comparison is valid at least.
Yeah, maybe.
Are we just gonna kill her? Yeah, they're dead.
Level 3. Sick.
Well done, Ranglo. That was that was like a comeback in terms of games too. Was about to lose the set there, if you didn't get that. All right, epic. Rangleno is scary now. Yeah, I remember. God, I can't remember. But we had Renglano on, and I was kind of impressed with what they did, and they're just getting better.
Yeah, they got really good in under a week. I played them a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. And I played them recently this week. They got really good. You can like see that they like learned new things and understands pressure better and resets and all of that.
Yeah, they're a little sharp, you know.
Yeah,
Got the instincts.
that's really good potential to have.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I would have also get hit there. This team is so good.
What, you mean Rainer's team?
Parasol double is insane.
Yeah, they have a good synergy. Oh no, you could have picked up! No! That would have been so huge if Wrangler got 2 characters there, but didn't press.
Yeah. Oh, the temp. Oh,
Oh
my
my.
god! It's actually there's actually a counter, guys.
Yep, it's over. Double supremacy.
Rainer takes the game.
Okay, we're still gonna be waiting for Bust, Big, Hillick, and Anti-Pixel though, so... we're gonna have to do another, like, podcast segment if we want to get
Another
through.
podcast? Jesus. I don't know. Chat, what should we talk about?
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I think I spent all of my creative energy yesterday. That was,
During the tournaments.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wait, someone pinged me.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm full of food. I don't know. Nothing strange happened lately.
Talk about the difference between Magic and Magico. What,
Magic, Magic is a white man and Magico is Italian.
who are not white, apparently. By your classification.
Man.
This is what you implied.
You don't know the meme?
Wait, what? No.
Okay, so story time. Okay, so I was in main court, and my friend got banned from main court, or not banned, but kicked. And I didn't understand why my friend got kicked. While you have people entering main court with really disgusting profile pictures or just being passive aggressive, and I said to the mods, "Why did my friend get kicked? It is unfair, and I don't understand." Apparently, this friend of mine had the misfortune and did something absolutely despicable. My friend typed out a sentence that said, "Mamma mia, a spicy meatball," and that got him kicked. Why? because the moderator thought it was racist towards Italians, and I went in discussion with him, and I said, "What?" And he just went, "Yeah, they were systematically oppressed in America, and something. And this is what we call an American take." Anyway, it became a huge meme in the Skullgirls community, and people were joking about Italians being an oppressed race that needs help.
True.
So.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. We have stood by and allowed Italian discrimination for too long.
It's a slur. It's like doing a black voice when you say "Mamma mia, spice."
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Yeah.
So-
True. Yeah. Yeah. We even have them segregated. We can't have them in the same Discord. Yeah, it's So
Holy shit!
We-
Big Pony will be the next Martin Luther
we
King.
must secure a future for our white Skullgirls players. We can't have the Italians in
That's
here.
so funny. That's so funny, man.
Tumblr deleted my message and scolded me for posting "No Nostalgia Critic November" as a bad influence to kids.
Yeah, Tumblr is like funny when it comes to like moderating.
To be fair, I don't think I would keep my sanity if I moderated main chord. Like, I'm sure that takes its toll, you know.
Oh, definitely.
It's, okay, I've been linked a main chord moments Twitter post.
The Italian one is still in there. I think.
Okay. I get it because of his pose, alright? I just looked at the Twitter post and his pose is like vain. It's not suggestive, but it's like it's like vaguely indicative of being suggestive, you know what I mean?
The funniest the funniest thing that happened on main course was when I don't know who was it. I think it was Sonic Fox or some top player wrote like a wall of text into Ibiza discussions. And out of nowhere, out of literally thin air, this player appeared with a Roblox avatar, and like nobody knows who to. It was literally nobody, and they just send the picture like nobody's gonna read this or something. That was so funny. I need to find it.
Wait, a guy with a Roblox avatar just did what?
He just sent in a meme to the wall of text where someone was like talking about their main.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, in
and the
beta
meme
discussion.
said, nobody gonna read that.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
just this random dude. I remember that.
I'm trying to find it.
Freaking beta discussion, man.
That's what it felt like, the Hunger Games in there. Holy shit! I'm on the Twitter right now. It's like an asylum. It's like the Dark Souls asylum where you like wake up in the first game.
Okay, beta discussion. I don't think it was conducive to good discourse, but
It did nothing.
it was very funny. So
It's like it's like at the end of it, like Liam just posts a message like, "This was the social experiment. Thank you for." It's like nothing.
I typed that one post there, and Rabble gave good feedback. I think Rabble tried a lot to actually discuss the game there.
It made Rabble mentally ill to be there.
It
Oh,
broke
shit.
this, man.
Okay, watching Tofa and Magemo. I've never seen any mirrors before, so this is very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of slinging the teddy bear around and hoping that it hits.
Did you call it a teddy bear?
Is it not?
No.
Oh, it's a rabbit. It's a teddy rabbit.
Word. Okay. Oh, burst doesn't work. Keeps calling beat extend, but doesn't punish it or whatever. So didn't punish that.
Here's a question. Did you used to have like stuffed animals when you were a kid?
Yeah, I still have stuffed animals. I have a lot. I have I did show you my giant Among Us plushie. I have a giant Yoshi. I have a little frog plushie, a little cat plushie, and even more.
The Among Us plushie is, of course, that one's pretty good.
Yeah?
Because when I was a kid, I only had one plushie. And I didn't really, like, use it ever or like it very much. But I liked the idea of having a plushie, because everyone else had one, right?
That sounds like a textbook narcissism.
Yeah, because I
But
want
when a child treats its plushie says a lot about like their personality.
because I couldn't bring myself to like love it or like actually care about it. Right?
What did you do? Did you like rip its head off or like stomp it or something?
No, I just put it in a dusty corner and I never touched it. That was basically it. It's still in my dusty corner.
What the fuck? You need help.
You know, I was asking because I was wondering if this was a universal experience, but I guess it isn't. I'm wondering if it's just one of those things everybody's faking, you know, like.
You're being gaslit to believe that children project empathy onto stuffed animals. Yeah.
I guess that was my question. Yeah, I feel like I was
If
like.
that helps you cope, Magic.
It's like, surely this can't be for real. I thought like everyone else had my feelings of it, right? Like, oh, it's cool to have because everyone else has it, but you know, no one's really into it.
I used to have plushies too as a kid, and I really liked them because took care of them and they were like my friends and I talked to them. But at some point I stopped having plushies and my mom gave me like Barbie dolls, and for some reason I just started like ripping the Barbie dolls apart and like cutting their hair. And I remember putting my Barbie doll's like head in the radiator so her face would like melt. And I just kept.
Okay, you got me with the last one. I feel like it's pretty natural to take a doll apart. Maybe cut off its hair, I guess, but,
Yeah,
but melting their face.
nothing wrong with that.
That's pretty wacky. But like even then, right? Like that's funny, you know? Like mangling a doll, it's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
As long as you're not like thinking of, you're not like projecting empathy onto them, right? Like that's the thing.
Huh, yeah. I don't know. I just did it because it was like funny.
Yeah. I don't think that's weird. It is funny though. You know, in retrospect.
I would feel a bit like concerned if my child did that. I would actually feel concerned.
You know, like the Toy Story movie or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The bad kid. He's like viewed as really bad because he like pulls his toys apart and puts them together in ways they weren't intended to.
Yeah.
That's just like playing with your toys. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think that kid was like going through like trauma.
Oh yeah, and he did a rocket demonstration in the garden, right? He was gonna fire like a toy
Was
soldier.
it violent or no? Come on, which kid is that violent? Unless you have like, like really bad trauma.
Wait, no, it's not violence. You're not committing it against like animals or whatever. It's just like toys. You can just do that shit.
What if Toy Story was just hamsters? Why does every hamster? I saw a tweet, and it was like every hamster has like the most brutal death.
What?
So I'm thinking about that tweet because it had like people in the comments talking about their first hamster and how it died. I was just like so shocked. I was like legit shocked. Like, holy, imagine reincarnation is real and you're like born as a hamster in like a pet shop and like a mom buys you and gives you to like her 2-year-old child.
It is kind of terrifying because it's like you're at the mercy of a being that is far stronger than you, but also deeply stupid and unempathetic. You know?
So evil.
And like your life is like a joke to them. It's like if you suffer, it's funny. You know? That's almost
Yeah.
worse than like at least if like a wolf like attacks you and eats you, it's because it's hungry and desperate, right?
And your body is being used for something, so.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
As a
kind of
hamster,
scary.
like one of the comments was something like, "Oh, when I was 4, I sucked in my hamster with my what's it called? The thing you used to clean up, my vacuum cleaner, and for some reason he didn't breathe anymore, so we put him in the cage because we thought he was asleep or something. I need to find that tweet for you because it was so fucked.
That's the way to go out. Fucking vacuum up your hamster. Oh god. Wasn't there like a trend to microwave your hamster as well?
No, there wasn't. What the fuck? What? Since when is it a meme to like put your animal in a microwave? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard people putting their hamster in
You're gaslighting yourself, man.
I don't know. Yeah. I haven't had a hamster. I don't know what you guys are doing with those.
I don't want to analyze the tweet. I just want to go to the tweet.
Should make like a hamster death compilation. I'm sure that exists.
Shut up, Magic.
I'm gonna Google this. Hamster death compilation. I don't know if YouTube can show this. Funniest hamster deaths.
My dude. What the?
Oh,
I
it's
think
just,
that's like the worst thing.
it's
ever.
just a video scrolling through the comments of a TikTok thread. Okay, that's kind of boring. I wanted to see like the actual deaths. I guess there's not many people filming that. Magic, take your meds. Sorry, this is an interesting topic. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's an interesting topic.
You know, my friend had like it's not a close friend, but a family friend, and they had a rat as a pet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was really cool because rats are like vermin, right? Like you kill those, you know.
Yeah.
But this one was like they decided to adopt it, and I always like thought, I don't know how this thought got into my head, that this was like they adopted like a strong one. So this was like a strong rat, you know, like a,
Huge rat.
yeah. Like when you adopt like a hamster, like that's a pretty weak hamster, right?
That's very small.
This hamster would not make it in like the hamster society. But for some reason,
Joker hamster.
yeah, it's but like the rat, for some reason I thought like oh yeah, they must have like adopted it out of like the wild, right? So it must have been a
I
strong
don't
rat.
think adopting a wild rat is like a good thing. Because rats are scary. I've read a report of a man that like slept on the floor in France, and he woke up to like rats trying to eat him.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. Yeah, I remember reading like it's like a fantasy book, and one of the women got thrown in a cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a chapter is just describing how she gets like weaker and weaker, and she notices that a rat keeps visiting her cell, and she like gives it a name, and like she keeps shooing it off, but she becomes so weak eventually that she can't really shoo it off anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point it just describes how she notices that it starts eating her toes, but she's just so tired, so she can't really be bothered to like shoo it away, and it's just
What
like
are you reading?
it's kind of like disturbing, you know. She doesn't have the strength anymore.
It's crazy.
Pretty good book. Pretty nice. Pretty epic.
What's the name of the book? Sounds interesting.
It's like the second in like a yeah. I don't know. I can find it afterwards. Yeah. She lives though, so it's not like that interesting.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Magic is scaring Ignis.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's rat topic. That's how it is.
Rat topic.
I did read like a book that was only about rats. It's like the main characters are rats. And it's like a rat story. That was pretty good. I like that story.
How's it going?
Magic likes to read his mukbang.
Ugh.
Ah. You know, I do have this one book in my curriculum where the professor just went on and on about food.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's a French like novel about like high society and like class consciousness and shit. But all the professor would talk about was like this one scene where the main character eats like a cookie, like a French biscuit or whatever, and he like remembers a childhood memory. And apparently, this scene has been analyzed to death, and it's like the most famous like food scene in all of literature or whatever. And I just thought it was so boring. Because it's like he just eats a cookie and remembers a thing. It's like the worst thing.
Have you never had that happen to you?
Most of my memories get unlocked when I listen to really old music that I used to listen to. I feel that what's codifies my memory the best, right?
Yeah. For me, it's really smell and places and music. I have like a very specific album I don't listen to because it brings back a bunch of memories. That's how shit it is. Or even food. Yeah, it's like I hate having empathy. I hate being an empath because all I do is like think.
Yeah, sucks, am I right?
Yeah. Okay, who's playing next?
We're still waiting for a Helix game. This usually happens.
Oh my god.
But it's like when you hear a certain song, you often go like, "Oh, that was that summer where I was doing that," you know, and I was obsessed with this. And it often comes coupled with like if you're playing a game while listening to it or whatever. It's like the visual media. It just comes back at once. So that's what does it for me. But so I could relate to the French biscuit a little bit, but not that much.
Nostalgia is crazy.
Did anything funny get said yet? I don't
Shut
know.
up, Pix. I'm kidding. That was mean.
I did have a couple of good jokes, a couple of zingers.
You make like you do like dad jokes.
Yeah, it's talking with Sanji has made me so self-conscious about my humor in this area, right? Like I'll say like if I just like say something a little cringe, Sanji will just pounce upon me like a vulture in the night, you know, just
Actual German behavior.
is we have a good vibe going, so it's all like for laughs and it's like just bantering, but it is a little, you know, like I come from, and I think this is kind of critical, like the families or like environments that people come from, there's different levels of like weirdness or like, you know, room for error that's tolerated, right? Like people have different cringe tolerance levels, essentially.
I think mine is quite high because I've been part of this community for quite a bit.
Yeah, very true.
Can you say "ay caramba" again?
Shut up.
Huh?
No, okay. See, that is not funny. All right.
No, everyone is asking you to say it, so we think it's funny.
I know. You just someone clipped it. I don't know. I'm not saying it again.
Say what?
Stop highlighting the message.
What message?
Their Twitch chat is messing up.
Can you tell me what the message says?
Funny.
I Caramba Gaming. So good, man. You said something else when I was playing against you. You said something like, "Oh my lord." So funny. I still joke about it with Alex. It's like so freaking funny.
Oh my lord.
You said like, oh my god, but in a very African accent. Well, you're from like Norway. It's like your inner soul. That's like another human being inside of you like came out from a past life.
Wait, what did I say? What?
You said oh my god, but you were like, oh my god. Something like you sounded like Nigerian.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get some new water, cause stop.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'll drink a whole glass. All right. All the points go to the worstest.
So, when are we gonna have an offline again? Cause I missed Revo, sadly.
I think Viennality might happen this year, and then there's also Revo this year, which
Yeah, I
said
might-
they would bring us back.
I might go to Revo and not Viennality because I'm more accustomed to the UK.
I think the Viennality guys have. I haven't been to a Viennality show, but the people that have been there swear it's kind of a nice setup. I think they've got a really sweet gig going there, like higher
Yeah, because
value, if you will.
I do this offline. I remember Destination Fight. It was like almost 4 years ago or 5. I don't even know. That was really fun.
When is Revo? They haven't like confirmed it this year, but last year it was like September, November, I forget. Ah, God, okay, let me Google Viennality. Ah, yeah, it's not updated.
While we wait, maybe it's fun to run a set or a game, because...
I don't actually have my controller here. Otherwise, I would.
Where are you?
I'm at home. My controller just isn't.
Where's your controller?
I went to a guy's house to play Guilty Gear, and I forgot it. So
Oh my god, BO band brain.
yeah, it doesn't usually happen to me, but it's a little embarrassing. But you know, it's we
It's okay. You've done more embarrassing things.
true.
That's how you do it. You do like really embarrassing cringe stuff, so everything else is like not that bad.
True. Yeah. Let's just put it like that. I am curious though. Why the fuck is the Hillock game taking so long?
You're fighting a war. Are they actually playing?
I think they just finished. Or maybe not. Wait, okay, let me just add you. Also, I gotta get back in the lobby. Where's my link? There it is.
Why did you pin yellow?
I didn't mean to ping yellow. That was... I didn't mean that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, you guys played? Okay, what do we got?
I like the yellow gif.
That was good. Let's have Hillick and Bast then. Wait, did we not have Hillick in the first round? Let's do Larry on Wolfios. Larry and Wolfios.
Yeah?
Yeah, Sinclair. That's what I'm gonna do.
I just said yes as a confirmation. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm saying yes. You're correct to say yes.
So does
Now-
Laria still play solo Fortune, or did she pick up something else?
No. There was a brief period where there was a little Robo Fortune in there, but I don't think that's stayed, so still Solo Fortune. Also, Catfish, I play Leo in Guilty Gear.
Ugh, of course you do.
I know, right? Of course I do. Leo's really fun. I have a lot of fun with him. Alright, here we go. Finally some gameplay.
Finally.
I could not have survived. I could not have provided enough topics for like 5 minutes more podcast.
Okay, does the fiber, which works, which is cool. Throw. Sick.
Ooh, one more reset. I feel like that could have killed, but you know, it's a little hard.
Yeah, it wasn't even a punish, I think, so... They
Let's
got
see.
hit, hit.
Yeah, it was a good decision from Wolfios. Uh-oh, punish though.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's fortune power for you, the job. Uh-oh, headless. Does Daria know how to play headless? Oof.
Ooh, okay. The Philly was kind of going nuts there for a moment. Yeah, this could go either way, honestly. Wolfios could just, like, kill with, like, 2 more resets. Well, 1 more reset now, if they get the... Oh, okay, GG. Is what I would say.
Just hit the heads! Just hit the head. Oh, yeah, that works too. I would have hit the head and then thrown projectiles and I would just chip.
Yeah, it would have been a good strat. I think they were confident that...
Yeah.
I haven't seen Wolfios on stream for a while, actually. But the Painwheel Philia is a bit of a weird combination, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I've never really seen it. I think it could work, maybe.
A little bit, like a third character adding some glue, as does definitely seem like it would be a good idea, but they don't have anti-synergy. Like they're cool. They're friends, you know. In lore-wise, they're like acquaintances, right?
Yeah. I think Philia Liza would have even less synergy than this team, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's always, whenever I see someone playing like a duo or a trio without a single without the single DLC character, it's always like a pretty powerful aura. You don't usually see that.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. Because those characters were really made to like fit each other. I feel like the DLC characters are just extras, you can just put them in, but
Yeah, no.
the vanilla characters are like the best to have in your team.
You know, like when you're playing a new person and you go to character select and they have their team macro ready, you know. It's and it's all like color coordinated and everything. I feel like if there are like 2 DLC characters, I'm not that scared. Like I can take this, right? But if it's all vanilla characters, I'm like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's doing, right?
Yeah, that's how I felt about Poiv. The only DLC character he had was Big Band, but Big Band doesn't even feel like a DLC character anymore to me.
Yeah, he's become integral. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the macro, the team macro, vanilla characters, and not having a specific color. So they play in the original colors,
Oh
which just
yeah,
gives
that too. Yeah.
such like confident energy. It gets to you when you're playing a set with them because you're just scared all the time.
Poivre was a very good Skullgirls players for sure. Oh, is that players? It's multiple. Alright, well, 1-1, so even, I guess. You know, my mind is not capable of following the Skullgirls action very closely right now, I feel.
That's fine. Oh, Larry, I went for new colors.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Watch out.
Yep. Yep,
Yeah,
she's dead.
that's to be expected. If your opponent has level 3 or a DP ready, just jump block, honestly.
Or burst bait. If you want to be cheeky with it.
Wow. Oh, uh-oh, they can still get it? No.
The enthusiasm of the rah. Just get him.
Yeah, I wanted to see a comeback, or at least like a really close game.
Oof.
Actually, was Fukua? Fukua was just given for free, right?
Yeah, she's not DLC.
Can't believe this joke character exists.
Yeah, she's kind of a freak of nature, yeah. That's
Yeah, it's so messed up.
Fukua is yeah. That's
You didn't play the game when Fukua still had her old M Shadow. That shit was fucked up, like actually freakish.
that was like the stand heavy punch version of it, right?
Yeah, it was so messed up. And the joke is, nobody's like, okay, well, people said something about it, but everyone just treated it like it was like normal. We just had to cope.
The way you're speaking is like it's like yeah, you're like the Joker, yeah. It's like an outcast.
What?
It's like, God, everyone, the sheeple just accepted this, you know?
I have the Joker speech pattern.
Yes. Joker type rhetoric.
I guess. Okay, Ilaria takes the game.
Takes the set. That was pretty good. Well played. Although I have to admit, I still, yeah, my consciousness is stretched thin right now. I'm receiving McDonald's signals as we speak. It's
Forced.
Why did you say forest?
Forced McDonald's signals. You
Oh.
don't want them to get in your head. What's
I heard forest. I was
my
like,
brain is on like 0 power right now.
it's true. Yeah, my processing is just it's non-existent.
Next signal.
My neurons are firing at like record low speeds. And I don't even know what it is. I think I think I didn't get enough sunlight today. My solar panels aren't fired up.
Did you know that's been debunked? Oh well, the sunlight doesn't change your mood or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it's been debunked. The vitamin D is still important, but being like depressed because the sun isn't shining has been debunked.
Interesting.
I think it's a thing where people like say it to themselves to the point that they believe in it.
Because I think seasonal depression is real, but
Mm.
that being caused by literally the sunlight, probably not, right?
I think it's more that it gets cold and darker, and people just behave differently when it gets cold and dark. There's not a lot of interaction or socialization, so you have to adapt to that.
And I think, okay, maybe I'm extrapolating, but when it's cold outside and, you know, there's a bunch of snow and you have to wear a bunch of heavy clothing, going outside is, well, it's more of an effort, right? So people stay more indoors. And when they stay more indoors, they're more cramped, less space, right?
Yeah.
And you know, being cramped is probably like a contributor for depression, right? So it all just kind of like flows together. It's probably like multiple reasons.
Yeah, it's just cabin fever.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because
So
I
what is
definitely, I definitely wouldn't. I would contest the notion that seasonal depression isn't real, because I do think that's a real thing.
No, yeah, it's definitely real. I just think people think it exists for the wrong reasons. But I think if we as people were more social during the winter and fall, I think it would be less bad.
It's also just a funny notion to think about how like our ancestors who like worked the field or whatever, they probably didn't do much during the winter. like there probably
No.
isn't that much to do.
They had really good lives. Even though they were like living in like filth, they had better lives than us.
You think so?
Yeah, we work 9 to 5, maybe longer. That's not how long we must like work. We're still hunter and gatherers. Technology just went by really fast, but we're still in that phase.
Yeah, no, our brains are still adapted for that. Yeah.
I mean, you can see it with people like consumerism really benefits hunter-gatherer brain, like collecting figurines or hyperfixating on a game or liking colors. I don't fucking know. I don't know. We're all just cavemen.
Okay, I will say I've read enough like wavy philosophical ramblings from like people who don't know what they're talking about like the fundamental nature of man, right? Like everyone thinks they know what that is, but I don't think anyone really has the answer. I think it's very different, right? Like probably in some tribes there were like they had valued certain things, in other tribes they valued other things, right? But when it comes to the biological brain and the impulses that come up in there, I think it's pretty correct. Yeah, we're just monkeys running around in suits, right? And we still have the monkey brains.
Yeah, that's really good to be conscious of, because in this stage of civilization, you know, with consumerism, every corporation is trying to take advantage of your monkey brain, and you have to do everything in your power to not let them take advantage of you. So I think that's something more people should talk about, so they kind of like know that they're not immune to like certain things, you know, propaganda or consumerism or something like that. At least I'm really, I always think about it. So it's just like it was a good change for me to realize that and treat my life a bit differently.
I definitely think that at least when it comes to video games, right? There's so many of the subtle little like things that are trying to get you hooked, right? It's like you pick up a bunch of cash and it plays the satisfying little jingle, and your controller vibrates a little bit, and it's like good, right? Your brain produces like the right chemicals. It all happens pretty like naturally, so you don't even like think about it. But like a group of people spent a long time creating a product, like a software designed to keep you hooked to the computer screen for a long time.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's a little like they do not want you out there doing your own thing, they want you in there doing their thing, and they want you to pay for that thing. It's a little insidious when you sit down and think about it.
It's really evil, especially if you think about how much life now is so artificial. Everything is artificial. Your food, your activities, your friendships, your hobbies, the dating scene, what you're attracted to, it's all artificial. And I feel like that's why I think like people back in the day probably lived better lives as humans, and we live comfortable lives now, but not living our lives fully as actual humans. We're more so living it as like consumers constantly, and nothing we do, in my honest opinion, is out of our free will. our hobbies, the things we're attracted to, the things we enjoy. It's like everything is like a choice made by some third party that's like a corporation.
It's definitely like less real in a sense, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, right? Because life is meaningless anyway, right? Like, what are you gathering firewood for to feed your family? Like, what? Like, this doesn't matter on a factual level. It matters because you think it's important, right? You make your own meaning in life, right? And that's what we got to do in this environment too. Even though it's like kind of designed and curated and not like real in a sense, you still just have to navigate that and make your own meaning out of it.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
like our lives right now are shaped by forces that are so big that we can't actually do anything about them, right? Like, the decisions are made by people that we can never really hold accountable. Like it's all beyond us. Like, I have no power in my like daily life. I just have to deal with it, right? For most people, it's like this, and this has been the case throughout basically all of human history.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I'm held accountable by like the fucking Norwegian state or whatever, like the economy, I guess. But back then, like, they also had trouble with the state and the economy. And if you the further back you go, the more they had trouble with just like nature, right? Like, the first enemy that you have to like take control over is nature, and once that's done, well, there's always like the guys with the bigger stick, right? So that experience of things being meaningless and you being like under the foot of some larger force is just like, that's just how life has always been, right?
It has, yeah, but like I said, it's so artificial because nature isn't artificial. You know, a lot of things that come to us naturally, like hunger and fear, is brought up by nature. But now the meaning of life is like so artificial. It's like, it sucks. And like, I wish I could like someday wake up and like my biggest worry was like not finding enough wood to make a fire. I feel like that's like a more natural worry than having to worry about being bored and then thinking about your life or something. I don't know.
I do get it, right? Because right now it's like, what do you have to worry about, right? You have to worry about getting a job at some weirdo company that's producing a product that people don't actually need. Like, it's all very like fake and weird, right? Like, what's the point? Why are we doing this, right? But when you're getting firewood or whatever, like, it's kind of, yeah, like, we need that shit, you know? It's kind of has a meaning of its own. So I get it. I have sympathy, but you know, I'm not like about to start sending bombs in mails to people, right? Like, I think there's a limit.
What the fuck? I hope not.
Yeah, no, it's. It is interesting to hear about that though, because I think a lot of people have this kind of feeling, but it's really hard to.
It's hard because there's no such thing as like identifying with your true self. Most of people's identities is made up by artificial things and items and beliefs that stem from, you know, some type of well, how do you say that in English? Most people's ideologies now stem from things humans made up. It's not from nature. But it's all artificial. So even in our own identity, it's like not real. It's fake. It's artificial, and I think that brings a lot of troubles in life. Honestly,
It's a little, I don't know. It's so strange to me too, because so many people these days kind of base their identity of what they consume, right? When I read the Brave New World, Aldous Huxley has a quote, right? He was afraid of a world where people was not identified by what they produce, but by, or sorry, produce is the wrong word. People are not identified by what they create, but they are identified by what they consume. That's like the dystopian vision that he had, right?
yeah.
It's like, it kind of got me thinking, right? Like, how many people today identify with what they consume rather than what they create, right?
A lot.
It's
a
pretty
lot
normal.
because, yeah,
It's definitely not abnormal to do that, you know? Like, all of these fandoms or whatever, or like... yeah, I don't know.
in religion, and that's like a philosophy I always agreed with, even though I'm I wouldn't say an atheist, but agnostic. I think humans by nature always want to believe in something or have something to obsess with. And I think this consumerist and capitalist hellscape and stage just allows this, but with consumerism, and which makes life even more artificial.
Yeah, no, it is an ideology. Yeah, consumerism does scare me because it's like it's like a machine that just like has no purpose. You know, like you make a
Consumers are
product.
so scary. Have you ever met a BTS fan?
I have
That
not.
is the epitome. They're worse than weebs. At least like weebs are like shunned by society, so nobody like interacts with them. But BTS fans are the prime example of artificial identity, and it's so scary having to interact with someone who bases their entire philosophy and identity and everything on like a group of people and items and a song.
Yeah,
It's so fucked up.
not only is it like a celebrity, because that's normal, right? Idolizing celebrities and basing your like, yeah, basing your shit off them, and that's weird enough, right? Like celebrity worship is like a thing I have problems with. But K-pop is so curated and like designed by like these professionals like in the industry, right?
Yeah.
It's so like they have them go through these like schools and like talent shows, and they
Yeah,
pick
they're
out like
circus animals. They're literally a product overseen to be so they can like get a bunch of money of little girls.
yeah, because at least in like American like like country or whatever, right? You can have like the breakout stories of the guys who were just like making some music in their garage, right? And people liked their shit, and it became a thing. The K-pop thing is just this is a different deal, right? like,
Yeah, but that's how it works in an artificial consumerist society. They find a formula and then they milk the shit out of the formula to make money of it, and then we normalize it and it just becomes part of life. And in my honest opinion, it also removes a big part of like natural creativity and the natural thing of, oh, this is a person that can sing really well and they worked really hard for it and all that. But with K-pop, it's like, here is this product, I curate it for you like it's some toy. Enjoy. I hope I can make a lot of money of it, and if I don't, we'll just come up with something else. And it's messed up because these are humans.
yeah, it's like, and you can see the puppet masters in the back, right? Like the company, how it's like the mass market appeal, like it's all curated, right? So it feels definitely less authentic than a lot of like the way I've traditionally come to know music, right? Which is like these individual artists and bands just having artistic liberty and doing a lot of weird stuff. So yeah, true. It's I've never met a K-pop stan or fan.
You're so lucky.
I've been spared this.
I can tell you many stories. I went to Germany with a group of friends, and one of these friends was a huge K-pop stan, but it's okay because she's like a really fun person outside of that. We went to Berlin. I don't know if you've ever been in Berlin. It's such a beautiful city, so much culture, more culture than in Amsterdam, and it has amazing food from any kitchen you can think of. And we entered Berlin and we were very hungry because we left at 6 a.m. and we got there at 7, and then we had to do a bunch of stuff, and then at 9 we could finally go into the city and eat. So we went into the city and we were like, okay, we're hungry, where are we gonna eat? And some of my friends were like, oh, let's have some nice German breakfast or have something Turkish because they have so many cafes. And then this little bitch in the group was like, I want to eat Korean food. and we were looking at her like, we're in Berlin. Yeah, but I want to have kitty barbecue. It's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. We're not gonna have kitty barbecue now. Okay, well, I don't want to eat in any of these cafes, so can we just look for something Korean? We fucking went around the city looking for something Korean for 2 hours. 2 hours of no food, and then I just lost my cool, and I just like went somewhere else to eat. That was the worst experience in my life with a human being.
The story would end with you guys eating her. That was like the.
What the fuck? Yeah, then we just started eating her instead because we were so hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. That's good. That's crazy though. She just wanted the Korean food. You know, maybe she was just craving that stuff. You know, that happens.
My brother in Christ, you enter a new city with new cultures and you want to eat Korean food. Why would you do that? Oh.
Yeah, no, true. Let's see. I think we're gonna have Boston Laria. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go.
Not into bombing, but cannibalism. I wasn't into it. I was just I that's how I expected the story to end.
So actually, a question about cannibalism: would you eat a human if the law allowed it and it was like they got the meat from like a good place?
What good place?
It was like the person gave like consent.
So they just slice stuff like in surgery. They just slice stuff some.
Yeah.
And it was presented to me like, hey, you want a bite?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I did it.
What the fuck? I would never.
I hear human flesh isn't even that good, right? It's not like it's too fatty.
Apparently, it has like no calories at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have no ethical qualms about the act of eating like a human. I have well, there's nothing wrong with like eating it, right? Like if it's already there. Well, the moral qualms should be with like the harvesting of the meat, right?
But okay, so you're saying if they consent, you don't see anything morally wrong with eating a human being?
Yeah. Like if they consent, like they're not under like pressure or whatever. Sure,
It's
yeah.
like I'm having an interview with Charles Mason.
Wait, no, I don't think this should be controversial. Like,
I mean, some people find eating pork controversial, but like, you know, a human had like a life and memories and loved ones.
do pigs not have this as well?
Well, it's humans are more complex. They're extremely complex.
Yeah, no, true.
I would feel very guilty about having eaten someone that lived such a like a complex, precious
you're
life.
extrapolating the argument a little bit. If eating the meat means killing the person, then I'm not for it. You know, I don't want to kill anyone.
That makes sense, but at the same time, the idea of eating someone that had a complex life and was extremely relatable to you because they're human, it puts me a bit off from eating a human being.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess. Well, I'll stand with what I said. Yeah, like.
I'll stand with being a cannibal.
Ethically produced human meat is halal, as far as I'm concerned.
When is something ethically produced? I don't think production involves anything ethical if it comes to the killing of something.
No killing. Yes. So I mean ethically produced. So that means no killing. Yes.
So if it was lab grown, for example, so nobody died for it. It was literally just lab grown from a cell.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would do that too because it's just a chunk of cells of a person that's still alive.
Yeah. Like that's fine, right?
Ethical death.
Okay, you guys are misunderstanding here. Like, clearly, a consenting adult went to, like, I don't know, McDonald's and was like, guys, I have such a good offer for you guys. I'm gonna go
Trade me
into...
burger.
I'm gonna go into surgery. They're gonna cut off, like, a piece of my ass cheek. And you can keep the
Why the
piece,
ass?
and you can make, like, a burger out of it, right? Like, what's wrong with that? That's totally fine, right? Right?
Yeah. Oh, I feel like this happened before in the world somewhere, and it was still like wrong.
Yeah, if someone has cooked off their own body part and then eaten it, or cut off their own body part and then given it to their friend who has also eaten it. So I think this has happened. I think.
Sounds like you're talking from experience.
No, I'm just principled, you know, ethically consistent.
Yes.
Okay, but Magic, would you sacrifice your left or right cheek? I think I like leaning on my right arm, so I would have to sacrifice my my left cheek.
I would not sacrifice any cheek. Crazy.
You know, if sacrificing no cheeks was an option, I think I would choose that as well.
I would maybe sacrifice my leg because I would like to have a prosthetic leg. I think they look really cool.
Like a wooden peg or like a modern one?
I would have like a sword attached to my leg,
Oh, word?
so I could like roundhouse kick people and just freaking slice them. I'd be like Blade, the vampire hunter.
Yeah, that's good. I guess it's good to, as long as your leg is like cut off beneath the knee, right? Then I feel like the sword could be useful. But
Yeah.
I don't think you have much like flexibility if you don't have the knee, you know.
Yeah. I need to get my knee checked because some years ago I jumped into a pool, like a really shallow pool with my knees first.
What?
And Sandy was there too. I jumped into a pool, like a really shallow pool, because I thought it was a deep pool. So I jumped in it with my knees, and my knees hit the floor like really, really hard, and I just ignored it the entire day. And then the next day I woke up, and my knee was like black.
Oh my god.
And sometimes it hurts like randomly, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this happened to me.
It's, okay. The knee incident.
The knee incident. I'm like so curious because like imagine if I get it checked, okay, when I'm like 40, because when you're a woman and you turn 40, like your things start hurting, like your knees and stuff.
Yeah.
So I go to the doctor, and the doctor takes like a picture, right? Like the X-ray picture.
Yeah.
And it's all broken and like it's like shards and shit. It's like, what the fuck happened?
I mean, people live with like super damaged body parts for long times without realizing anything's wrong. It's not uncommon.
Yeah.
I think my brother lived like his first like 20 years of his life without knowing he needed glasses.
I did that too. I went to get glasses, and I got my eyes checked after years, and I have to, you walk into a room and you sit on a chair and they do all of those things to you, and then the guy walks out to go check my vision, and he walks back in and his face is pale as fuck, and he says to me, "How are you able to see the entire time?"
Oh yeah, you mentioned this.
Yeah, and apparently I have the vision of a mole, and I just didn't know because you live your life seeing everything blurry, and I just thought that was normal, but apparently it wasn't. So
It's I have made a slight friendship with a philosophy student at my uni, and she tells me that the unique experience that you experience on your own is called qualia. Qualia?
Mhm.
That's it. That's the fun fact.
That's really cool. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, just yeah. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's actually really cool.
All right, yeah, yeah, cool.
I'm out of juice.
I'm interested in why you think the cannibalism question is so interesting, though, because
Who, me?
yeah, because you've asked me this like twice now, I think.
Because I think it says a lot about a person's empathy when they have to consider eating a human. Because we already eat meat, and I went vegan for a while because I was thinking about like how can I love animals if I eat them, because they go through such an extent to get on my plate. And I know there's a lot of hate to vegans, and I stopped being vegan because I just value meat way too much. But my boyfriend is vegan, and he found out about what happened to chickens before they get put in the superstore, and it depressed him for 2 days because he did not realize their death was literally torture, and that was enough for him to stop eating animals. And I think when you think about it, it shows a great amount of empathy that you might have for living beings. In this case, for humans, because that's the closest and most relatable being in the world next to your own experience, because your own experience is your own experience. Nobody's gonna have the same perspectives in life as you, but the closest someone can get is being human. So I ask people like, would you eat a human? And their answer is always very interesting because it tells me a lot about how they view humanity and life and all that, because I think eating someone is like a pretty big thing.
You know, if we could eat the animals without killing them, I would be for this. This would be a good solution.
Yeah, and you know, I've had someone once tell me that he wouldn't eat animal meat if it wasn't for the animals dying, because to him it would be unnatural. So
Wait, what?
yeah, some people would find it unnatural to eat lab-grown meat. There's been research done on it that, you know, people eating lab-grown meat and what they think of it, and quite a lot of people would find it very unnatural to do that. Of course, it's like a very right, like political side, I would say. I'm not gonna eat lab-grown meat because it doesn't come from an actual animal, or the animal didn't die for it or something.
Sorry, I can taste the suffering. It's just not the same without it, you know? Like,
Well, that's what they're saying without them trying to imply that. Yeah.
that's crazy. Can't believe that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everyone has different opinions. You know, it doesn't surprise me that these are the same people that think there's a difference in man and woman, and a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and not anything else. But it has been shown that people that would only eat animals that came from a slaughterhouse and not lab grown are from that side of the political compass. So
There is a large portion of the population that have very little imagination of how like life could be, kind of. You get it?
it's crazy. It's really fucked. Yeah.
Like the world is the way it is because that's how it is, and that's how it's always been, and that's how it should be. You know, like that's how it is. Therefore, that's good. Like a lot of people just don't think past this, right? I think that's where a lot of that comes from. Like lab and meat, never heard of that. That must be bad, right? Get it out of here, right? Like just instantly. I think.
Yeah. It's really fucked because, like I said way before, we still have that hunter-gatherer brain, and the only thing that went forward is technology. And I think a lot of people cannot comprehend progression going so far, and they kind of feel more comfortable living with the old standards of life. And I think that's where that mindset really stems from. Because change is really scary for some people.
Yeah, no, it's scary. It's scary. It's but it is kind of like, like the world sucks. There are so many problems that we could just like do better on. Like it's very clear that we could do better. And then these fuckers are just like, they're just like, it's not like they're evil. They just don't care. You know. That's like more evil in a kind of sense. Like the apathy, like the ignorance, kind of. It's just like, oh, yeah, like humans just like kill animals horribly, and then we eat their meat, and we do this on an industrial scale, denying like animals any like sort of good life before they die. Like, this is how it is. That's how it is. End of story, right? You just don't think about it until it affects them. Yeah, a bullet in chat through the very crucial little comment in there. Yeah, they do care once it affects them.
Yeah, it's I think lacking apathy is a huge defensive mechanism for some people, and I think I've seen it the most during Corona when everyone had to adapt, and that's where people just said, no, I'm not gonna adapt because I've been living my life like this forever and I don't want to change now, even if it would help the world. And then they become, they get like apathy and they don't want to change and they don't want to progress or anything because it's just scary for them.
Yeah, it is how it is, Humans are like they are. They got the monkey brain still going.
Yeah.
I will say, just for closure of the argument, I'll take the ethical L on like animal abuse and eating meat and everything. There's no good
The
ethical.
hamster killer said this.
Huh?
Hamster killer.
Well, it's like there's no way to ethically defend eating meat of animals.
Yeah, there isn't.
Yeah. So
There really isn't, but we just normalize this because we've been doing it for centuries. It's like a reflex now, and only now people are like, hey, this is maybe really wrong.
And I think it's definitely something that we're gonna have to fix going forward, right? So it's definitely gonna be a thing in 200 years from now on. I think people are gonna look back and be like, damn, we used to kill like actual animals.
We're gonna be seen as savages 200 years from now.
Yeah, I do think that. Yeah, I think when people look back at like the 1900s, like the 18 and 1900s, and then like the 2000s going forward, it'd be like, Jesus Christ, like they really did that. They really just tortured and killed animals on like an industrial scale, right? Like.
Yeah.
But right now, I think maybe solve climate change first before you start trying to change the meat industry. I think like there's priorities to be had. And I also think like the whole vegan movement is a little cringe just because it's like the personal responsibility kind of movement where everyone's just like, if we can all make a difference collectively. I really don't believe in that kind of advocacy. I think systemic change is way more important. Legislation and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, when under capitalism, there's this thing called demand, and if you can lower the demand a bit by being conscious and getting others to lower it too, I think it can solve or at least help or make people go like, oh, well, maybe this is actually a problem, or at least the corporations will kill less animals, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it does work. I just, I'm pessimistic. I'm a cynic, It's,
Alright, Joker.
True, yeah. Classic Joker line.
Yeah. Alright. Is anyone else playing, or are we done, or...?
We are done for today, yeah. It's round 7 just completed, and we're over with.
Okay.
This was more of a podcast than a tournament commentary, I think, but I think that's what I needed after yesterday, so... Thanks for stopping by for that one.
I think people liked it, I hope. I just like talking about random stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. You have the Joker emote, Casper.
Where did you get the Joker emote? What the hell?
All right. Yeah, I have nothing more to say. I guess something capitalism, consumerism. Yeah. No good. Don't like it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Do you have anything to add to that?
I don't know, but I'm kind of sad that I don't have any juice anymore at home. I don't have anything to add.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Adexy. How you doing? First time chatter, by the way. This is usually not the content I stream, but that was it tonight. You know, just hope you enjoyed that. I guess I don't know. This is so awkward now. Do you want to say something funny just to?
I want to. Sorry, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Playing Skullgirls, we talked about a lot of things. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Free Palestine.
No, you can't. Last time the VOD got fucking nuked by Twitch. All right.
Because
Do not mention the Israel conflict. All right. We'll.
I didn't. You did.
Oh, I actually did it unironically. Fuck. All right. Just don't say any of the trigger words, and we'll be fine. Okay. Just yeah.
It's gonna be hard if you tell me not to do it. Holy shit.
Okay. We'll end the stream. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Good night, people. We're just gonna end. Okay. Goodbye.